Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Tuesday, the 21st of February. So let's quickly just run through news events this morning. Let's just bring the calendar in for you here. In fact, I've got the. Let's just get it on to today. Would be good because we've got the PPI today, PMI even. So basically, if you're looking to trade this morning, just be very wary that we've got these this PMI data coming out at 8:15, 8:30. It's going through to 9:30 UK, and then the US sometimes 2:45. So it's a day and inflation for the CAD. So a number of cross pairs may be off the table this morning, but may come back into play. It's a bit of data that can certainly move the market, so be looking for any signs of well, the flash services previous wasn't that good. It came in pretty poorly for the US and Europe. Well, it's sort of showing signs of getting on the right side of 50 basically, so back into growth area. Now if these come in even slightly higher, we could see the euro pushing up this morning. Right, let's look at the technicals then, and the euro dollar. Well, euro dollar largely sitting there, not really doing too much. Yesterday, pretty much as expected. I'm glad I went to London yesterday because sitting by these charts might have been somewhat boring. I was just being told. I'm not shocked here. There was the potential breakdown there at. Well, occurred about 8 o'clock. It started breaking down, and it's still running southbound at the moment. But it's such a slow old day. It's days like you just don't want to be trying to trade. Even walking away, it's a hard thing to do sometimes, to walk away from the screens. But it's just the best thing to be doing is walking away from the screens. And yesterday was one of those days. So I was glad I was away, out and away. The pound dollar, well, picture here, still pitched in lower high on Friday there. Yesterday, really, again, didn't really move, just consolidation through most of the day. Still got an untouched weekly pivot above, which could be a draw at some stage, but it's looking quite ugly at this stage, and in particularly we should be watching out at 9:30 when the data comes out for the pound. So makes it quite difficult. That could see us pop in or drop in. It's a bit of an each way bet on that data, and it's just worth probably keeping the gunpowder dry until afterwards. The dollar yen, this is continuing to push to the upside then. I sort of saw opportunities to the upside, but it's again, it's really slow. It pushed up really last night. It's pushing up at the moment. It's the point of least resistance at the moment to be running, although looking at yesterday really didn't do too much at all. It's popping up again at the moment, but not a great deal happening there. Aussie dollar likewise just rolling back at this stage. And well, always looking for another reason why there's something coming out. We've seen minutes, or we got minutes this week, which will be quite important. That's tomorrow night, I believe. So tomorrow evening. So we've got the minutes, the Fed minutes coming out, and whether these markets are always holding for something, it seems. Anyway, Aussie dollar looking soft. At the moment, particularly come off its weekly pivot here and just rolling its way over. Just, as I say, looking quite soft at the moment. Nothing immediate with any of these trades. I've looked across some of the cross pairs, and there's little setting up here that I really want to be sort of trying to get into. One thing I would say is the euro yen. We've got a lot of retail traders that are short on this euro yen, but the euro yen's holding up so well, it might just drop at some stage. But if you look at it, and it's just sort of sitting there trying to knock on the door and go through. If it does, I mean, there's got to be, with the amounts of shorts. Let's just have a look at the moment. Where are we? that one. Let's just look at the sort of nearly up to 80% euro yen short euro, nearly 80%. That might have pushed up a little bit higher now. Let's just click on there, run through there. So it's still 78%. So 78% of retail money is on the short side of that. What makes you think that's going to hold then? Just selling into highs, and well, I wouldn't be surprised even if it doesn't hold that it might break to the upside first. There's some money to be made there, I'm sure. Anyway, difficult day, even with a lot of the crosses, because the euro, the pound involved in things, the US dollar later. So it could be one of those choppy mornings. Might have some opportunity post 9 o'clock sort of time for the euro site pairs. Well, I'll have to revisit them then. Okay, looking aside of the FX markets, just look at the gold. Let's bring gold into play, and no real difference there. Yesterday, very little movement. That off a little bit at the moment. Crude, that came off in the afternoon. Oh, no, it didn't actually. It did have a little pop back up again there. So it's but run into its weekly pivot, rolled over. Hardly looking particularly bullish. Looking very range bound effectively at the moment. Looking through the equity markets, S&Ps here on the dailies, coming off a bit, and it's just slowly coming off. Now things could change if we see some decent growth figures quite quickly, and it's the thing with these markets when they like that they are quite choppy on the sort of lower time frames and really quite rangy bound, that we could suddenly see a bit of news come out and it's a game of all change. See how tight the pivots are today, ridiculously tight. I almost feel like complaining to somebody. Dow Jones, similar chop. Look at it, I mean it's been chopping for weeks now, and it's in that same old range. Nasdaq, bit more like the S&Ps effectively. It's not quite confirmed a lower high, but certainly looking like it could go that way. Coming close to home then, the DAX still in its choppy consolidation phase. Very some of the days really small ranges, and even the FTSE, which has been pretty bomb-proof this year, has continued to stall at the moment. So had some decent moves, but it's stalling. Okay, so not a great deal to be doing out there. I will just look at the cryptos because I realised I didn't look at them yesterday. I don't know why I'm looking at XRP first, or why it's at the top of my list. Maybe I've been pressing the buttons. Yeah, just chopping. That'll be that then. And the same Bitcoin. Bitcoin still not doing too much. Ethereum not doing too much. It's like looking at the same thing again. They're all pretty sort of look like Litecoin. Just this has been such a muchness. If you're looking for somewhere else for these markets, there's not a lot of escaping the very fact that they're all in this sort of holding position at the moment. Okay, I will leave it there. I wish you a great day's trading, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.